Here are my two favorite bets for Wednesday at the Euros. First up, Croatia versus Albania. This is going to be a very low event type match. Croatia is going to be tasked with breaking down Albania's low block, so it's going to be a much different type of matchup than their one against Spain. And that is something that Croatia hasn't really done a very good job of, at least against very good low defensive blocks, which was what Albania is. They're very compact. They only allowed 4 goals during qualifying, under 1 expected goal per 90 minutes. They held Italy to 1.6 expected goals, which is a pretty big feat given the fact that it's the best team that they've faced in over 2 years. For Croatia, things tend to break down when they get to the final third. It usually ends in some type of shot from outside the box or a low-quality cross with their strikers not doing a great job on getting on the end of them. From Albania's perspective, they are very limited offensively, and you saw that against Italy. They mainly rely on transition attacks and shots from outside the box to create most of their chances, which is a very unsustainable way to create high-quality chances. So I like under 2.5 goals at -120. I think we have a really low event type match on our hands. For my next best bet, I like Germany team total over 2.5 at +120 against Hungary. Germany's game plan against Scotland was absolutely flawless, and what they did such a good job of is they kept dropping Havertz, Musiala, Florian Wirtz deep in build-up in between the two lines of defense, which caused Scotland's center backs to do one of two things. Either they stayed back in their low defensive block and allowed them just to receive the ball in that space, or they had to come out and guard them, which left vacated space and allowed Germany to make a lot of runs off the back line. They also pushed their fullbacks incredibly high, and they forced Scotland, even though they were defending in a back five, forced their wingbacks to either defend Germany's fullbacks or to play more centrally so that Germany couldn't overload them in the middle of the pitch. That's what happened with the first goal, is that they weren't guarding Kimmich, so he is able to make a very easy pass to Florian Wirtz for the first goal. Hungary plays the exact same structure as Scotland, and as you saw against Switzerland, once after they conceded the first goal, they're not a very good team if you get them out of their low defensive block and into a negative game state. Their press looked a lot like Manchester United's over the second half of the season, where the forwards were just pressing from the front and leaving a ton of space in behind, and the fullbacks and the center backs weren't coming up to aid in the press. So if they fall behind here against Germany, this one's going to get out of hand really fast. So I like Germany's team total over 2.5 at +120.